Hello, Scorpio friends, family, and cross watchers. Welcome to Friday, October 13th, 2023. If you are experiencing some strange luck or weird, like resurfacing of emotions or memories you haven't thought of in a while, I believe that tomorrow's solar eclipse is a good opportunity to release those. That being said, I'm not sure, boldness, how long this reading is going to go today. I'm feeling quite unwell, but I love reading for you all, and it is Friday the 13th in October, so we had to read today. Boldness is our Universal Truths card for the overall energy of the reading. When we are bold, the universe cheers and mighty forces come to our aid. They assist us in quelling our gnawing thoughts that come from our anxiousness and propel us to a higher plane of activation. Being bold is a combination of creativity, courage, and conviction. We tread where others have shown fear, we walk where others have hesitated, and we speak where others have silenced themselves. Life is short, and we have a limited amount of time to open the doors to our unlimited potential. What greater testament to our soul's journey than to be able to say, I came, I saw, I conquered, so that the essence of my true self is left behind and felt. This is testimony to our genuine greatness. Remember, boldness eliminates the worst statements of, quote unquote, it might have been, or, quote unquote, it should have been, or again, quote unquote, it could have been. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. So whatever you've been feeling a little shoulda, coulda, woulda about in your life overall, especially since the last solar eclipse, annular solar eclipse over the U.S. was 2012. So whatever shoulda, coulda, wouldas you've had since then, maybe you're gathering the boldness to embrace them this this coming year. All right, I'm feeling drawn to the Thoth Tarot and actually the Lenormand deck. Oh, okay, 36, the cross. The cross can mean burdens, it can mean deception. It's 6 of clubs and 36, so there's been a lot of like 369 numbers coming up. You might be taking leaps and bounds to complete this cycle. I kind of want to clarify this cross. No, we'll just keep on it with the intuitive reading. Again, this boldness, I like that it says where others have showed fear and like where others have silenced themselves. That speaks out to me a lot. Maybe you're learning to just finally like say what you think, what you feel, or what you feel. The Tower. This Tower is a good tower in the Lenormand deck. I like the Tower in general as a card, but I mean, we are Scorpios. It's like a watchtower. So you've been looking for something. We have another 6 of spades here, 6 of clubs, 6 of spades, 369 again. And then we have the, 8 of spades here with the garden path. This garden path is leading up to like a party through this gate. Excuse me, I'm really struggling today. It's leading up through this gate to like a party in the distance. You just can't quite see it yet. And with our reading yesterday, there was like this energy of the 4 of cups where, you know, your cups have been spilled and you're contemplating like what's filled your cups before, and like spirit is offering you another, and you're kind of just like, because you've been through this tower moment here, especially related to your burdens, whatever those have been for you, because you're in this tower moment, it's like you don't even have the enthusiasm to reach for the cup being proffered. But here it's like whatever wandering you've been doing is leading you exactly to your soul tribe, your community, your garden party. And maybe your garden party is just you like tuning in with like the spirits of nature. being able to, go on a walk outside and enjoy listening to the birds or watching the leaves fall. It's a really lovely time of year for that. Let's see. Friday the 13th reading for Scorpio. Please send all negative juju back transmuted for the greatest good of all. Oh, no weapon turned against us shall prosper. Okay, Princess of Wands with change on the bottom. The Two of Pentacles, balance. So this sun staff has come up a lot as a symbol this week. This Princess of Wands has a tiger. The tiger can indicate power. It can indicate as well, like, power misused. I'm thinking of Rudyard Kipling's The Jungle Book, right? You have the tiger that wants to prevent the man cub from becoming a man. So there's also this notion of the tiger being like your personal tiger, whatever it is that keeps you from this boldness, this process of individuation, this cross that it is that you have to bear just by being this human being in this form, in this world, in this life. This is you being able to intuitively conquer the power of this tiger and transmute this power through this sun staff here. So what I'm hearing about, especially this cross being present here in the tiger, sometimes in yoga even we say, like, meeting your tiger on the mat, right? Like, sometimes your tiger comes out. It's your inner power that has apparently no place in civilized nature, or us in civilized society, like, as according again to the Jungle Book illusion, and yet you're finding a way to tame it. This is the balance that you're achieving. Seven of Cups. This is a Scorpio card. Excuse me. I want to make sure that I'm getting the right sign. I think it's Venus. Yeah. Venus and Scorpio. Stibok. So there's something, excuse me, sorrow. Jupiter in Libra or Saturn in Libra? My goodness. My brain. No, it's not Jupiter. It's Saturn. Sorry, Saturn in Libra. Thank you for your patience, Saturn in Libra. Three of Swords, Seven of Cups. So what's coming up today? I'm gonna probably clarify with the tarot. My goodness, that's too many. The Fool, new journey. So you might have been the kind of person in the past who was intoxicated by the idea of romantic love. We had the Ace of Cups reversed on the bottom and coming out yesterday with the Prince of Wands reversed. So Prince and Princess of Wands. There's a Prince of Cups on the bottom as well. Some kind of divine counterpart, or a wish for a divine counterpart perhaps, and that has to do with this intoxication and love. And this Fool underneath the Three of Swords in this context. Plus you have the tiger here. Again, you embracing your power to become like a new version of yourself, transmuting your power, especially your wild power. It's like you realizing that what you expected in romance has actually been bringing you sorrow. This intoxication with, I'm getting like a Disney story tale version of like the Prince of Wands and the Princess of Wands, some sort of divine counterpart, like somebody else can fulfill you. Realizing that unless you are able to find some sense of peace and fulfillment in your individualism, the process of individuation is coming to mind with this Boldness card here. then it doesn't really matter who you're with or where you're at. There's some feeling of not having become. Not everybody experiences that feeling, and I think that's important to recognize. We have the Ten of Cups here with the Page of Swords. This Page of Swords may very well be indicating that you... maybe you do want this Ten of Cups and you didn't before, like this whole family dynamic here. Maybe that was something that you didn't expect to want. Or maybe it's something you thought you wanted and you're realizing you don't. Either way, it's okay. There's no judgment here. You are safe. This Page of Swords, I think, in the context of this reading is... especially under the Garden Party card with the Venus and Scorpio, Seven of Cups, like debauchery card. It's like maybe you were a socialite, or maybe you were looking for love by adopting this Prince of Swords attitude where you kind of had a sharp tongue or always had something to say, you know. That's a specific message for somebody. Queen of Wands. Sorry, with this Saturn and Libra, Three of Swords here. Oh, the Queen of Wands and the Star. That's interesting. On top of the Fool. There's also a sense of you having not given yourself enough credit in the past with the Prince of Wands, the Princess of Wands, and then the Queen of Wands on top of this whole reading. The balance you're finding here is Two of Discs and the Ten of Cups. And this new beginning comes from you embracing this Queen of Wands energy for yourself. The Queen of Wands has come up this week in our readings contextually as a person who understands that it's like they don't identify with their ego. They're aligned with their sort of oversoul, but they also understand the importance of letting their like 3D reality reflect their spiritual alignment. So if you're maybe you're like a pious kind of person, or you think that to be a holy spiritual person also requires some form of like asceticism or lack in order to enhance that. But it's like you've gone through the cycle and you found balance, and you don't need to sacrifice one for the other, because all is spirit from that perspective. Like you've sort of gained the balance here. And this Queen of Wands, she strikes me as somebody who is balanced as such. Like she has aligned her 3D mortal vitality with her 5D spiritual vitality. And so her reality, especially this sunflower, it's her following her bliss. Her reality unfolds as such. I think the person who said follow your bliss was Joseph Campbell, who was a scholar of Carl Jung and wrote a book called The Hero with a Thousand Faces about the process of individuation and the various stories across cultures, across the world, across different times, that it was almost like an attempt to map the unconscious. But I think it's a really interesting book to read for anybody who, first of all, just loves stories or mythology, but secondly, wants to get like a sort of broad scope understanding of the human condition. It's very likely with this reading that you've sort of achieved that for yourself, and you may find some sort of solace in understanding that there are people, community here. You have the Three of Swords. Perhaps you're feeling alone in this, but there are many people around the world who have kind of met with the vast undertow of the human psyche and the human condition, and sort of discovered how while there's something tangible or I want to say like intangible rather, while there's something quite intangible about being able to like communicate it via words, it's almost like people who have dipped their toe in or taken the plunge into the unconscious or the psyche in that context, like they can understand in an unspoken way what it is others who have done the same feel, even if it looks different for everybody. So I think that's what this Three of Cups is here. And this wish fulfillment, it's like you've taken this deep dive into the unconscious, into the human psyche, your own human psyche, done your individuation process. And your sorrow is feeling like you haven't met that in others yet, but this is your wish fulfillment, is realizing that there are others. What's this Prince of Wands and Ace of Cups reversed for Scorpio? I'm trying to speak at the camera because some people have had trouble with the volume. The Hermit reversed, yeah. So the Hermit came out upright yesterday with the Ace of Cups reversed. And it's almost like you're resisting this new emotional beginning that involves you integrating into a community. There's perhaps a part of you that is a little bit addicted to, with this Venus and Scorpio card and the debauchery, a little bit addicted to that like tortured artist. I don't know why that's what's coming out, that tortured artist sensation. That's specific for somebody, of feeling like you're the only one who understands, or you're the only one who like, has gone through this. And I'm not saying that to like shame anybody. Everybody's in their own sort of space, and it's very likely that as much as, you know, we do go through on an individual level, there are people around you who just don't understand. And this might feel like an injustice to you. It might also mean that other people with this Three of Swords and this Ten of Swords don't understand you and have in the past misinterpreted your actions and created this betrayal for you. What is this Ten of Swords and Justice reversed with the Hermit reverse? This tradition, yeah, it's like you've kind of done the untraditional or the non-traditional. I think as Carl Jung said, like Temperance reversed and the Five of Wands reversed. So there's definitely something here regarding intoxication, whatever it is that intoxicated you at one point, love, wine, drugs, like whatever it is. I'm feeling like with this Temperance reversed and Justice reversed that you've conquered that. But as you reintegrate into your community, there's some forms of like tradition that want to call you back into this like sort of version of yourself that's been conquered, and perhaps that's the underlying sorrow. And the Fool, tradition, the Hermit reversed, the Ace of Cups reversed, Five of Wands, all clarified by the Two of Discs. You have the Two of Discs out twice, so with Temperance reversed in the middle, I don't know why I didn't want to draw all of these, but I'm going to. The Three of Swords, so some kind of heartbreak. The Devil, so definitely like a pattern of intemperance that you've conquered. The Empress reversed, the Ace of Swords reversed, and the King of Cups reversed. So this message came up yesterday. I'm going to clear up this board because it's getting messy and there's a lot of like players involved at this point. But what I'm seeing is that with the King of Cups reversed, you had somebody who was like emotionally imbalanced in your life, who perhaps represented the devil, or brought out the devil in you. You had somebody like this telling lies about you. Perhaps they had somebody else in their sphere or they were providing for somebody else. They were bringing out the worst in you to give the best to somebody else. It's not always something I like to put in my readings, but I'm reading for a lot more people, and sometimes it comes out. You may also have been denying yourself nurturance for the sake of others. You may have been, again, if you're achieving this sort of individuation process, then it's basically you deciding not to do this Empress reversed, where you're just giving, and getting nothing back. The individuation process undoes tradition as just that's the norm. Individuation is literally a process of like following your own heart, and becoming through all of like the archetypal stages of the human psyche, regardless really of consequence. Although I don't recommend that. I think there are perhaps more, like, again, there's temperance reverse. I think there's a more temperate way to like achieve individuation. Like if all you did was meditate, maybe, I don't know. Everybody's got their own path. But you've received some blowback from this. You've definitely experienced betrayals from this. With this Star card clarified by the Ten of Swords, it's like whatever this betrayal was with this Devil, this Empress, this Six of Cups reversed, the Hermit, all of these people who were involved, it was like, and the Ace of Swords reversed, they didn't understand you anyways. This was bound to happen, like the cutting out of all of these like old ways of being, these old people that you associated with, becoming this Queen of Wands. Maybe the intemperance and the injustice on both sides allowed you to step into this ability to speak a truth that maybe you weren't able to speak your truth before, and this required you to step into that. And this is a form of a Ten of Cups for you. Either way, you're coming into balance. That's out here twice. And you're starting a new journey in your new power, especially your intuitive feminine power, your wild sort of like inner instinct guiding your civilized rational mind. You're finding your community, your soul tribe. Yeah. With this Three of Cups, to clarify this Three of Swords, it's like whatever you thought you lost is coming back. Again, you have another Three of Swords here, and a Ten of Wands. Yeah, whatever this was a burden for you. And then you have the World on the bottom. This cycle's closing out. You're starting a new one, with a new group of people, a new fresh beginning. So that's a really lovely energy for this Friday the 13th in October on 2023, and then the eclipse tomorrow. So I hope that Scorpios, that you can intend for all of this sort of toxic energy from your past to be released, and to fully embrace that new chapter in your life with your power, like fully, I want to say, you've got the reins, like you've now got the reins of your life, and you're able to like will it however it ought to go. You're in both worlds. I love that the Prince and the Princess of Wands that were here both had these tigers, and then the Fool had a tiger, and then you were like in this Queen of Wands energy, and she has like a black cat. It's almost like the Queen of Wands is the 3D, right, with her black cat, and then the Prince and Princess of Wands are like in the 5D, like with their giant tigers, and the Fool kind of balances them all out. I don't know why that was coming through. Anything else for Scorpio? Should I pull one more card? Maybe I'll pull one more Universal Truth card now at the end of the reading. See if any... Blamelessness. Feeling blameless is an emotional freedom that simply cannot be expressed sufficiently in words. Because we are here to learn, we all make mistakes. They are unavoidable. No person has ever become great except through many great mistakes. Our human nature makes growing difficult because our ego wants to fight back, blame others, and be right about things. The following 4 steps catapult us to a higher plane of wisdom and understanding. 1. Take full responsibility for the part we played. 2. Quickly make amends for our errors. 3, intelligently focus on what can be said or done to transmute the challenging situation. And 4, take appropriate action, then sit back and enjoy life's higher journey. Blamelessness means we do not ride over our purity by overriding our mistake. So blamelessness came out reversed. Again, with that Empress reverse card, it's possible that you were taking the blame for things that you didn't need to be taking the blame for. Like maybe you took too much responsibility for other people, and maybe that was a way to distract yourself from taking responsibility for your own happiness, taking the reins of your own life. So I think that that is a good indicator of what to let go of. And then we have patience, which is pretty straightforward. I don't know why this says patience is the greatest gift of patience. Between the bombardment of all the stimuli and choices coming our way, patience is vital to our soul's serenity. It cradles the quietude of our mastery. To know how to be patient is the great secret of success. Being patient is letting things unfold as they should. Higher intelligence can only reach us when we are patient and still. Patience reforms the emotion and refines the mind. Better to be patient than to be at risk. And in truth, impatience almost always undermines our well-being. Through our patience, we develop a compliant composure and uncomplaining steadiness. Many times, patience accomplishes more than passion. It is not passive. On the contrary, it is an active, concentrated strength. So I think that this patience card is denoting that Venus and Scorpio 7 of Cups that was here. Debauchery and the party. Why did that come through? I'm so sorry. I had a little moment here. Better to be patient than to be at risk. Yeah, it's almost like you were getting some sort of like thrill from feeling, this is for somebody specifically, through risky behavior. Maybe you're an adrenaline junkie, or maybe you just, we're kind of on the wrong side of the tracks at some point, and it's like you've kind of made your way out, and now you're realizing that you have this patience, you have this ability to be patient, and perhaps that was what was creating this weird anxiety before, where you felt like you had to do or be or give whatever it was. Okay, well, I think that's all I can do today, but I offer my blessings to you, Scorpios. Happy Friday, the 13th. I hope you have a lovely weekend. Please enjoy the solar eclipse tomorrow, and use the right glasses to look at the sun if you're going to. I may or may not read this weekend, but if I do not, I will see you on Monday. Okay, bye.